What's up? It's your boy Kenneth from Positive Minds Only Podcast and Network. Today I want to tell a story about a time I think I was probably like 16, probably a little younger than that, probably between 13 and 16. And me and my family and friends, we went to Six Flags, Great America. Now, Six Flags is a place where if you don't know about it, it has a bunch of rides. It's an amusement park, like Disney World. And we've been to Six Flags multiple times. Like growing up as kids in my household, we went everywhere basically. So we traveled a lot. We traveled. Not only do we drive places, sometimes we go on the plane, bus. So we all travel as kids. Mind you, coming from Gary, Indiana, that's not normal. Basically, my friends, they didn't have it like that. Not to say we were better than anybody else, but we didn't get name brand clothes. That's what it was. Like we had to sacrifice not having Jordans and name brand clothes so we can go on these trips. So we never understood that as kids, but now as an adult, you do realize that. But back to the story, back to us going to Six Flags this one summer, and I remember it so vividly because the whole time we rode on one ride, and that ride was the Ferris wheel. Now, if you know what a Ferris wheel is, it's the ride that goes super slow up in the circle. And the whole day, and we were there for about 3 to 4 years. I said years. I don't know what I'm thinking, but we were there for like 3 or 4 hours. But the whole time, we stayed repeatedly going on the same ride. And mind you, the rides were packed, so the lines were long. So we took the time to wait in this line all day, riding this one ride. And I realized, I'm like, that's how life is for a lot of people, myself included at a point in time. Well, to this day too, we live my life on repeat. But most of the time, we live our life on repeat unconsciously. We do the same things over and over repeatedly. Work on a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes we go to school, we have kids, so we take care of our kids. Coming home from a job, 8 to 12 hours, not to disrespect nobody's hours, but you do that Monday through Friday or whenever your home days is. You do that repeatedly, 7 days a week, all the time. And most of the time it's doing something you don't love to do. See, when I was riding that Ferris wheel, I didn't like that ride. For anything, that's the last thing I was thinking about doing, but it wasn't even my choice to be even to do this, get on this Ferris wheel. I was following my siblings and my friends. I was following the crowd. See, not to say that my siblings or my friends are going on repeat or not living their best life, but I don't know whose choice it was. I just know it wasn't my choice to ride this Ferris wheel. And I didn't even have that much fun, honestly. It was boring. I bet I actually, when we stopped getting on the ride, we went to the kiddie section for whatever reason, and I had more fun on the kiddie rides than I had on the Ferris wheel. But even then, yeah, we had lunch. We had lunch in the kiddie section. So that's the only time we got off the ride to go to the eat, and it was in the kiddie section. Then we went back to the Ferris wheel. But the whole day, like I said, we was going on the same ride in the circle, waiting in the line over and over repeatedly. And it was like, it hit me. I'm like, damn, that's my life. I was working a 9-to-5 that I didn't like. I was following. Honestly, I'm telling you about when I was working in the casino. I was a dealer, and the only reason I had that job is because my brother was like, bro, you can make a lot of money doing this. So I'm like, okay, why wouldn't I do that? Most jobs I had, I was making $7.50, $7.25, or another job I had made $8 an hour. But I did a certain time in the military, so we didn't get paid off hours. So that's a whole different ball game. But each thing that I did, I lived my life every day doing something I didn't love to do. And most of the time it's because I was following what somebody else did. And I had to realize, I'm like, well, I got to get off this ride. I got to take a break from this Ferris wheel's ride that I don't love and try to do something that I've never done before. And that was chase my dreams. now I'm chasing my dream. I'm searching for something way more. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, basically. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends who never even got to go to Six Flags, they wouldn't even know what a Ferris wheel ride. They don't even know how it feels to be on a Ferris wheel ride. So looking from their perspective, they think I'm doing something. Most of the times when a person leaves the city they're in, a lot of people that's still there thinks they're successful off the bat because you left the city. That's how a lot of my friends are in prison or in under 6 feet. But I was blessed to, as a kid, to travel the world, not the world, the United States. Like we went to Disney World, we went to Arkansas a lot, we went to Oklahoma a lot. We went to every year. There was a family reunion. We went to stayed at the best hotels. I remember in Kentucky, we stayed at this presidential suite hotel, and it was like the biggest hotel that you can ever imagine as kids. And we had our own room. Like my grandma and my Gigi would have one room, and the kids would have their own room. So when I factor in the cost of all the stuff that paid, I was good not having Jordans. I was good rocking hand-me-downs from my big brother. Or we would go to the thrift store a lot and shop there. But I was okay because it was name brand, and nobody knew where the clothes was coming from. It wasn't like I was selling them. So in reality, who knows where they were getting their clothes from? But we were all following and trying to be the popular people. We wanted to be like the popular kids. My big brother was one of those kids. So I would not say kids, but he was one of those popular people that I looked up to, that I was trying to follow. And on his behalf, I'm blessed to have someone who was successful with what they did. A lot of people follow popular kids and they don't become anybody. They become the popular man in their city, but they never blow up out of that. So I was blessed to have someone to be successful, to show me what it takes to be successful. Like he showed me up personal and close what it was like to be a multimillionaire. So I have that. Not only is a thing that I could visualize before I had it, because that's what I was doing before I had that experience. I was visualizing myself right next to my brother, and it manifested. So anything you can manifest, only if it's possible. Don't be trying to manifest yourself getting close to people you don't need to be close with. Like, because if it ain't no connection between that, then why would the universe do that? Why would the universe put me next to J. Cole if I have no connections to J. Cole? Like, what's the point of me having to sit down with him just to say I like his music? Nah, but me, I had my wants were connected to my brother, so it was easier for the universe to make that happen. Just like it was basically easier for me to go into the military because my brother went into the military before me. He went to the Navy and I went to the Marines, but truth be told, I was trying to go to the Navy. I just failed the practice test. And it was the only reason I failed. I'm a smart kid, but the only reason I failed is because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. That's the whole thing about my journey is my brother never told me the details of what he did. All I did was see him do it and know that I could do it too. So I guess it was good that way because I didn't have no expectations of what was going to happen, especially knowing that he can have an experience that I don't have that same experience. So him telling me what's going on, what happened in the Navy ain't going to resonate with what I had going on in the Marines. So, but still, it was easier for me to go into the military because I seen he could do it. I know if I failed that practice test once, I wasn't going to fail it twice. And best believe when I took it the second time, I passed it. And once I studied and once I was knew what I was doing or what I was getting myself into, it was more easier for me to know what I was taking. So a lot of times we try things and we never try it again because we didn't fail that first time. The whole time you don't know what you're doing. You're just trying off instinct. Most of the time your instinct ain't gonna get you there on the first try. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Especially if you don't have a conscious reason to why you're doing that. See, I wanted to be in the military because I seen my brother had everything that he had wanted. He had the car with the rims, he had the shoes, he had the clothes, he had the jewelry, he had the phone, the cell phone. So I'm like, why wouldn't I want that for myself? Especially when I don't see nobody around me who has anything. So a lot of times I've based my moves off what he's done. So I'm just now doing YouTube committedly, like now me making videos. But at first I was taking the podcast route, which is a whole different route. But it was still based off seeing both of my brothers become successful on YouTube. So I'm like, well, I know I can be successful in something. Like, it may not be YouTube, or even if it is YouTube, like, it's gonna be something. So I know I can speak, and speaking is something I do all the time. We all talk. So a lot of times people are just not talking about anything. So if I choose to talk about something, hopefully people will listen, and that's what ended up happening. People ended up listening to my podcast and tuning in, and then now it's leading me on YouTube again. So maybe I can get 1 million. Let's shoot for 100,000 first. Let's shoot for 100,000 subscribers first. And while I'm telling this story, can you please hit a like, press the like button. If you stayed this long, can you press that like button? And just type story in the comment section. Please do that, so I know that you made it this far. And subscribe. That's one thing I don't say in my videos. It's like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why, but I always hear it. Make sure you say like, comment, share, subscribe. So can you please do that? But back to the story of the Ferris wheel. A lot of times we're living a life that we don't even know why we're doing it. If you look at your life, are you doing what you really love to do? Are you working the job that you really love to do? Because success is only doing what you love to do. So if you love working at McDonald's because you love the environment, you don't care really about money, you don't really care about your health, or whatever it is that people who work at McDonald's for the rest of their life that they do, or any fast food, not to single out, not just McDonald's, because I love McDonald's. Even though I try to eat healthy, I will sneak a Big Mac here and there, and definitely the fries. But like I said, not to say anything about fast food restaurants, but if you love doing what you do, that makes you successful. If you want to be a mother and you're successful at being a mother, you're a success. You don't have to make $1 million to be successful. You don't have to have what they say you have to for the American dream. That's an illusion. All of that is an illusion, because it's a lot of times people with money, and they get money. Why do you think they commit suicide a lot? Not to go on a dark path, but a lot of people aren't happy because they thought, all I need to do is get the American dream. All I need is the money, the car, the success, all the stuff that I see on TV. All I need to do is get that, but they never factor in their mental health. They never factor in who are they. They're always trying to chase because they see someone else have it. Me, I only want to be successful because I see my brother have it. But it didn't work like that for me. So for some reason, most people would have been successful if they was in my shoes. But I mean, I am. Let me not speak anything negative about my own success. That's what I have a habit of doing, is talking down on my own success. Like, I literally manifested being in videos that has millions of views on YouTube. If you really search, you can't type in my name and it pop up. You gotta type in my brother's name, but still, I manifested that. I didn't put the details behind it. That's what it is. When you want to manifest something for yourself, you have to be very specific in what you want. So if I have my wife. So I was very specific about my wife. I said I wanted a beautiful woman. She's beautiful. I wanted someone who's intelligent. She's intelligent. I wanted someone who wasn't all rowdy. She's not that. But I wasn't specific about her skin color, because that's not my thing. Like, color doesn't matter to me. I'm not someone who sees color. Let me not say that. I see color, but I'm not someone who's gonna say, I'm not gonna date you because you're this skin color. That's not me. But I do see color. But I wasn't specific on her height. Now I have my soulmate is taller, so even if I was specific or not, she's taller than me because that's my partner. Like, my wife is my partner, my twin flame partner. So I wasn't specific on that though. So you have to be specific in what you want. If you want a man, you gotta put the details. If you want a woman, what's the detail? If you want a success, if you want something, what's the details behind it? Then what's the plan? Do you have a plan of getting what you want, or are you just saying this is what I want? And most of the time I say you want what you want because somebody else got it. You don't want what you want because you want it. You don't even know who you are yet. Back to the story. Let me get back to this. Let me bring this story to a conclusion. Get off that Ferris wheel. Get off the Ferris wheel. What I mean, if you're working somewhere and you don't want to be in that job, leave that job. This is the perfect time to quit the job that you hate. Like, this is the perfect time to reset. That's why I'm glad this is going on. I hope that, let me not speak anything negative, but this is a good time. Literally, this is a good time. And for real, if you're not in a relationship that you don't want to be in, leave the relationship. Don't stay with somebody because they know your secrets. So what? You think they the only person who know your secrets? You think the person that you with has your best interest because they know who you are? No, they only know the part that you show them. Like I said, if you don't know yourself, how could the world know you?